for the victory lap though. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through.
Okay, so this is Charlie from Box Clever Sports. We've got another home workout video for you today. We're going to be doing some technique, and specifically we're going to be looking at some footwork drills. So we've got the cones set out here. You see I've got about 4 cones, only need about 5 or 6 yards of space. And if you haven't got cones, literally anything you can put down on the floor, tee, coaster, anything will work. Okay, 3 drills. The first one, we're going to work on moving in and out of range as we punch. So I'm going to be standing side on from the cone in my boxing stance. So I'm right-handed, so I have my left foot forward, and I'm going to be standing just outside of range. So my foot is maybe 1 step away from the cone. And what I'm going to work on is I'm going to work on stepping in as I punch. So I'm going to throw my jab. As I throw my jab, I'm going to step into range, and I'm going to step back out again. So to do that, I'm just going to show you the footwork first, and then we're going to go through the punching. So when I want to step in quickly, my front foot's going to move first, and I'm going to push off my back foot to push myself quickly into range. Then when I want to move out of range, my back foot's going to have to move first, because I want to keep that gap between my legs and keep my stance, but I'm going to push off of my front foot. So I'm pushing off of the foot to push myself into range, rather than kind of stepping slowly. If I have a little bit of spring in my step, and I push myself in, push myself out, I'm able to move a lot quicker, okay? So all I have to do now is going to add in the jab. So as I step in, as my front foot lands, I'm going to land my jab. So I push off my back foot, boom, I land my jab, and I step back out of range. I'm then going to step to the side, I'm moving to the right, so my right foot's going to move first, and then I'm going to step back in, boom, step back out, step to the right. So I'm moving through the cones, moving from one set to the next. I step in, boom, I throw my jab, I step back out. When I come back, I'm going to be moving to the left, so my left foot's going to move first. Then I push in, boom, push out. See, as I get comfortable with it, I can start to pick up the speed. So that's the first drill. Next one is going to be more just about moving, and we're just going to be working on moving side to side, forwards and back, and change direction. So we're going to do a slalom on the cone. So I'm going to start up this end, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to snake through the cone using my boxing stance. So what we have to remember is keeping our stance and our balance, and remembering which foot has to move first, depending on what direction we're going, okay? So when I'm moving forward, always my front foot's going to move first. The 2 things I want to avoid when I'm moving in boxing are bringing my feet together, it's going to cause me to come off balance, or crossing my legs over, like that, again, because it's going to throw me off balance. So to do that, whichever direction I move, I'm going to move that foot first. So if I move forward, my front foot's going to go first. I keep that gap between my legs. When I want to move to the right to get through the cones, my right foot's going to go first. I then move forward again to get to the next cone, and then my left foot goes first to take myself over to the left. I come forward again, and I go right. When I want to work my way back, my back foot's going to go first, left foot first, back foot first, right foot first, and I can literally just snake through the cones. All the while I'm moving, I'm keeping on my toes, I'm trying to keep nice and light on my feet, I'm keeping my boxing stance, so I'm not focusing too much on my feet, but I'm forgetting to keep my hands up, I'm keeping my stance, and I'm moving nice and methodically, and then the more comfortable with it I get, the quicker I can go, okay? That's the second drill. The third drill, we're going to take it up and make it a little bit more complicated. We're going to add in some pivots. So we're still going to be doing a slalom, but it's going to start slightly differently. And what we're going to do, we're going to start side on like we did on the first drill, in between 2 of the cones, so I'm going to be moving into the gap. I'm going to move my front foot first to get to the cone, and then I'm going to pivot to change direction so I can turn around and come back out the other way. So to pivot, I'm going to turn off the ball of my front foot, and I'm literally going to spin my body 180 degrees. So I spin around, I'm now facing the opposite direction, so I've made a quick change of direction without needing to take up too much space. I can then come out, I'm going to go back into the right, to the left, sorry. I come forward, I'm going to pivot again. This time I'm going to pivot to the right. So I'm still pivoting off of my left foot, my lead foot, but now I'm going to turn my body around to the right, come back out, come forward, pivot to the left. When I get to the end, I can come through each way. So I'm still moving forwards and backwards, I'm still moving side to side, but just when I get to that middle part of the cone, I'm adding in that quick change of direction, that quick turn with the pivot. Again, as I'm moving, trying to keep my hands up in my guard position. Also, especially once you get used to it, try not to look at the floor. Try not to get in the habit of focusing on where the cones are, looking at the floor, and forgetting to look forward So obviously if you're boxing, that's where your opponent's going to be. So once you've got the hang of it, try and get in the habit of trusting where your feet are, knowing what they've got to do without looking at them, keeping your eyes forward. It's where your opponent would be. Okay, so you've got 3 drills there. Give them a try at home. Hopefully you have enough space. But if not, you take the cones over the park. As long as you're on your own, it's going to be fine to do. So crack on with that.